Finish the 4 days in the work program as scheduled. Don't call and say, I got to reschedule one of my 4. Whatever you walk out of here today, whatever 4 days you pick today, those are the days you're going to do. Everybody out there, raise your hand if you owe the court money. Cover your ears. I don't want you to hear this. I'll hold off on this until we get a plan so we know what has to be done on your license. Emily, let's put these just in alphabetical.
Okay.
Instead of the different files. I'm not smart enough to jump back and forth. Go ahead, counsel.
Judge, you're here today for violation of probation. The defendant is aware he's got a right to hearing. Essentially, he's been here before the judge. Last time he was here, he was told he had to take care of some days in the work program. He was able to do so. I have looked at some text messages from his work indicating they were going to fire him back in December if he missed work. He didn't miss work, he missed the work program. Judge is here today. He no longer has that job. He's got plenty of time to do the work program. We're hopeful that you might consider that as an alternative to jail. Given that he's no longer working, he can clear that up ASAP. Am I correct in saying that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Why'd you lose a job?
To me, I just feel like my boss was too entitled. That was when my second time calling off, and she had that man with me.
Why'd you call off?
I can't remember what I called off for.
This started out as a felony charge. You understand that? Mr. Black, I don't think I'm doing you a favor not putting you in jail. I think I should put you in jail. Because I don't think you understand the bullet you dodged when you got a misdemeanor plea. So you're standing here facing jail time, and you lost the job anyhow. You're not making good decisions, bro. Where was the job at?
Sure.
What were you doing?
Merch manager.
Who manager?
Merch manager.
How long were you there?
7 months.
How old are you? Where'd you go to high school? Graduate? What was your GPA?
25.
What's your long range plan?
I was sales rep going into like marketing and all that and everything, but they ended up letting me go because of my background check. That's
What came up? You got some felony record?
it's okay.
This one?
Yes, please.
And where you live?
Detroit.
We still got a Taylor address. Is that a good mailing address?
Oh wait, yeah, that's still my.
Grandma's a good mailing address? You got a driver's license? Why not? Why? Too many points? When can you get it back?
Yeah, Your Honor, with his girlfriend, I believe he does have some family support. They are aware of this to a certain extent.
Mr. Black, I feel like I need to have you come in here once a week just so I can mentor you. How old are you? Dude. You can't accomplish much without driving privileges in the state. You know, we ain't in Chicago where you can take buses everywhere. And you don't know what it takes to get your license back?
I think I have to just pay off my tickets.
I think one more time.
All right, so first of all, I'm not putting you in jail today. I stress today. I might still put you in jail, but not today. I'm going to give you some work program. I'm going to penalize you. I'm going to give you 4 days. You're going to have to finish the 4 days on the work program. If you do that, then I'm done with you. You don't owe us any money, right?
You didn't charge him.
Yeah, yeah. You walked into my courtroom with a felony charge on your record. You walked out and didn't even owe any money. You don't understand what a gift you get. The prosecutor gave you a gift. I gave you a gift.
Your Honor.
He was also ordered to engage in anger management as well.
And that didn't happen either?
We had him or told him to provide documentation by January 5th, and he failed to do so.
Did you do any anger management?
Your Honor.
Why? What? You're not working? What? Seriously, tell me what's going on. What's stressing you out, dude? What, you don't have stable housing?
Just about 2 weeks ago, just got stable housing.
All right, so you didn't have stable housing. All right. Brother, you need a job.
They could hear us.
Did you consider a review date a couple of weeks out with a number of hoops to jump through between now and then?
I want to get him a job, but I can't get him transportation.
And I was gonna reference that license judge, maybe take a look at his driving record, see what's going on, try to get it in the right direction as it relates to that as well.
Listen to me. Yes, I'm going to give you some time. Hear my heart. I want to help you because I don't want you spending time in places like this 5 years down the road. All right, February 12th.
Are you heading towards program, Judge?
I am.
So is he doing 8 days or just 4 days?
How many were you ordered to do originally? How many has he done?
He has done 2 days total.
So he walked in the door owing us 2.
He was ordered 4 days. He's completed 2.
All right, so you're going to do 4. I'm penalizing you 2 days. All right, so get a plan in place for the anger management. Finish the 4 days in the work program as scheduled. Don't call and say, I got to reschedule one of my 4. Whatever you walk out of here today, whatever 4 days you pick today, those are the days you're going to do. Yes? Okay. We'll talk on February 12th. I would suggest between now and February 12th, go to the Secretary of State and find out what you need to get on the road legally. All right? And when I say I want to get you a job, dude, I have people that will hire you if you'll show up and work every day you're scheduled. I got their cards up here on my bench. But you got to show up and you don't call in because you got a sniffle, right? You grab a box of Kleenex and you go to work. If you're willing to make some life changes, I'm willing to put myself out there to help you. Are you listening to me? But man, you got to start making good decisions. You're 21, so you only got a couple more years where you can use young and dumb as an excuse for doing things wrong. But when you're 30, you can't keep saying, well, you know. And I've never walked in your shoes, brother. And if you feel like I'm being dismissive, I don't know what you've gone through. I have no idea, and I don't care right now because I know tomorrow's a new day for you. And I'll help you change things if you'll work with me. So February 12th, 2026, 1 p.m. was it?
Yes.
All right. And get your attorney's phone number.
I appreciate it.
Good luck. Oh, he does owe us some money on something else, though. Expired license and speeding tickets. My paperwork says you owe us $642. Are you in a position to make any kind of payment plan on that?
And $50 a week.
Can you pay that? You sure? I'll tell you what. Everybody out there raise your hand if you owe the court money. Cover your ears. I don't want you to hear this. I'll hold off on this until we get a plan so we know what has to be done on your license.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. Happy birthday. Or delicious.
Off the record quick. So I would think that Mr. Filson, I originally reached out for, I believe, about maybe doing this on Zoom. He's
Yeah, I saw
a
that.
truck driver. He got himself all the way through some really nasty stuff, going about 20. So we're glad he's here safely. With that being said, please take.
Glad you're here.
Your Honor, as I stated, nothing to change. I do want to do a brief allocution. I know it's getting late in the day, but I think there's a couple things that are really important. I know we talked a lot at the plea on this case. You looked at the individual, what the kind of facts were. It was a child in common between.
Let me stop you. Miss Bart, go ahead and activate your camera and unmute. I just want to let you know she's here. Go ahead, Mr. Adams. Thank you.
Going back to the underlying facts of the case, this is, again, some folks who have a child in common. There was a lot of factors that, kind of played into what was happening between the two of them. What I can say is that in the time I've worked with Mr. Filson, I don't think we've had any ongoing issues. There hasn't been anything since the initiation of the case that presented as problematic. I do think that the recommendation under 771 to the 12 months of probation makes sense in this matter. We would ask the court.
This is under 771?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's a HIDA, I believe.
Oh, Haida?
Yes.
Hang on and make sure I get that right. So that actually, we asked it previously, it would actually be sealed. It's HIDA, not held. Okay. So I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I told my client earlier it was 771, so it's actually.
go ahead.
Your Honor, we're not trying to, in any way, I guess, push off the requests and the conditions of probation, but I do want my client to be set up for success. One of the things that jumped out was condition number 9. So my client right now is subjected to random drug and alcohol screenings as a long haul truck driver.
Right.
Sometimes it could be a couple in a week. Sometimes it could be test you 2 in a week and then you go a month or 2.
Let me stop you. I know where you're going. Is that something that you could share with us? Your employer, when they test you, do they give you any paperwork?
No, if you fail, you're gonna lose your CDL. You're gonna go.
No. I understand that, but that doesn't do me any good because I don't know if they tested you. So I won't make you test if you can get it set up with work that they'll let us know that you tested. So if we can get documented, and it's got to be fairly real time. It can't be like 3 weeks after you've tested, they let us know. You follow me? But if we can get, for example, if we get a notice that says in the last 48 hours he's tested and he's tested clean, I'm not going to make you test.
Yes, I can do that anytime I get tested, but it's random, so it's not gonna be like.
No. I understand that. Right. But that way, if she comes to me and says, Judge, you put him on probation 60 days ago and we haven't seen anything about anybody testing him, then you're going to probably have to start testing for me.
So if your random's been really random, you've gone months and there hasn't been a random at your work, then they say, hey, we need one out of you.
Right.
We need one out of you.
Right.
But
You follow me? I'm going to try not to have you test today for us and tomorrow for them.
well, actually, he didn't want to say. He said, "Please tell the judge right now. I'm ready. I can test."
Well, that's great. That'll be one that she doesn't have to worry about.
So that was one of my biggest concerns. Obviously, the other one is his average time away from Michigan ranges right between 30 to 60 days.
It's all right. I'm assuming you can give us some documentation. For example, if she sets you up with a reporting probation March 1st, and you know that, 2 days before that, they're sending you to California, then just contact her and say, look, here's what I got. This is my run, and just set up a new date. Communication is the way you stay out of trouble with probation. Communicate. And she's got email. You can send her an email from anywhere at any time of day or night, right? So just keep in contact with her.
Only last remaining concern we would have had on that one, Your Honor, would be it's actually the availability of the work program days versus I know the preference will always be to do the work program versus community service, but I don't know if community service in this instance with kind of any nonprofit anywhere in the country, it could be California or it could be as he's traveling from spots. I don't even have extra time to be doing any community service on those, but I didn't know if that was something we could maybe entertain of modifying part of it or all of it to a non.
Well, let me ask you a question. In the last 3 weeks, how much of that time have you been outside of Michigan?
Last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I don't care about him.
Can
Okay. All right.
Get back to that.
Okay.
I suggest we do yesterday before
He
yesterday?
just got back yesterday. That was kind of our.
I'll tell you what, I'll hold off on work program for 90 days. Let's see where he's at with everything else we're telling him to do, and then we'll talk again. All right? Okay. Anything else?
I'll shut up. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Mr. Filson, anything you want to add? Okay. Miss Bard, is there anything you want to add before I sentence?
No.
Okay. All right. So, Miss Bart, I don't want this to sound like criticism, but I wish you were here.
I'm
So you're
sorry.
not here. No, that's all right. I didn't tell you you had to be here, so I'm not mad or anything. I wish you were here because I'd like to be looking you both in the face when I give you a lecture. Son or daughter? Your child. You two have a child together, son or
Yes.
daughter?
A son.
How old?
8 months.
All right. You two, please, for all that is holy, would you listen to me? You guys made a baby together. You got to love that baby more than you're mad at each other. You're stuck with each other for another 17 years and 4 months. Figure out how to get along. Do you have anything officially from front of the court as far as visitation, support, all that stuff? Okay.
Not yet.
Like I said, I think Mrs. Barr may have a little more information. Mr. Filson said he really wasn't sure on court dates or like with
Do
attorney.
you have a process started, Ms. Bart?
Yes.
Okay, so at some point, you're going to have a formal visitation order, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right, you're on the road all the time. You drink coffee? You got to treat her, regardless of what's going on, you got to treat her as civilly as you treat your barista. You hearing me? Okay? You guys made a baby together. You owe it. What's his name?
Artist.
Arliss? You owe it to Arliss to get along because at some point that little boy is going to be playing ball somewhere and you don't want him to decide, does mom get to come to this game today or dad? Do you? Do you want to put that on him? Mom? You don't want to put that on him, do you? You're going to have 2 birthday parties because you guys can't show up at the same Chuck E. Cheese. Do they still have Chuck E. Cheese?
I think so.
You guys got to be able to co-parent that little boy for 18 years. Figure out what you got to do to make that happen. But honestly, if you were in front of me right now, I'd probably order you to get some counseling too, because you guys need help on how to parent together. I mean, parenting is hard when you're in a relationship with somebody. So for you guys that aren't together anymore, to parent together, you need help. I'd really suggest you get some professional help doing that. I'm ordering stuff. You've seen the recommendations, right? Okay. So what I want you to do is go into all that stuff with the idea, how does this make me a better dad? Because I don't want you guys, because listen, people, I've dealt with the cases where for 18 years, mom and dad couldn't even say hello to each other without something becoming a fist fight. Don't be those parents. That little boy deserves so much more. All right, I'm done. I can sleep better tonight. Good luck, Miss Bart. Good luck on probation.
Thank you.
Thank you, and I have nothing further to report at this time.
Counsel, who do you got?
Mr. Fargo.
Vargo. I got Vargo. I saw that. I don't know where it's at.
Then I have a Hillvan.
I got it. What's the next one?
Hillvan would be the next one.
Hill, H-I?
Hill.
Got it. All right. Talk to me about Mr. Vargo.
Good afternoon, to the QMP 64917 on behalf of Mr. Vargo, saying my love. Mr. Vargo, please state your name, sir. Vargo. Your Honor, here today for a show cause, the allegation Vargo owes some money and apparently have some misdates on the work program. I believe 3, is that correct? Misdates. As it relates to the
Yeah,
payment.
that's what I showed. Two days owed.
It's the payment portion, Your Honor. My understanding, he made a payment today.
How much?
That may get paid soon. It was $180.
All right. So before that payment, I think you owed us 652. That's what my notes show, and that's from the 21st. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
As it relates to those 2 days in the work program, Your Honor, we're having a difficult time with transportation. Defendant does not have a license, resides within the city limits of Detroit. It's $77 one way to get out here with an Uber. On I'm asking for consideration and maybe, changing those from work program to community service, even if it's additional community service to prevent that $77 one-way trip or just the time to get out here. I believe he's been compliant other than that.
You working, sir?
Yes,
Where do you work?
started at
Amazon? When?
today, I believe.
When's the last time you worked?
We can have to go.
Where at?
Kingston.
What?
It's out of one of
What do they do?
car parts, building car parts,
How long were you there?
probably for about 3 months.
Where were you at before that?
Webasto roofing systems.
How long were you there?
Probably for about 4.5 months.
What's the problem?
I get jobs through temp services. And then on top of that, I kind of don't even want to do the line of work that I'm doing.
Okay, so what do you want to do? Nursing? You in school?
I'm not testing into school though.
Where?
There's a state university. They got a nursing program or something.
So what's the end result? Like an RN or practical nurse? What?
Right? To be honest.
All right, what's stopping you from the program? Why?
I'm
Motivation?
not really even motivation, just trying to clean up on my license, then trying to get like custody to see my daughter. Then
How old's your daughter?
she likes kids and that 7 and 8. So
What's wrong with your license? What do you need to do?
pay a lot of tickets.
Where are your tickets at? Are they all over?
Yeah, they're all over. Typically, I acquired these tickets twice. One to see my daughter. She that's something. Then I get tickets here and there either coming to work or going from
Okay.
to work.
All right. This is going to sound like I'm putting salt in the wound, and I don't mean to do that. But the reality is, if you can't drive legally, you should be a better driver. Because you've never been stopped because the cop saw you and said, oh, he don't have a license.
Like car don't
What's wrong with the car you drive?
might work in a mess or something.
But once again, then buy a beater. I'm telling you. I've been in this job for 28 years. I've never had anybody stand in front of me with a drove while license suspended charge and they got stopped because they were, why, yes, I have. Sometimes the cop knows you, right? But it's almost always they were speeding, they ran a stop sign. Suspended drivers are the worst drivers. And trust me, brother, listen, I know we don't live in Chicago, right? I know sometimes you got to drive because you got obligations and you got to drive. Then drive well. You got a chance to get away with it if you're a good driver. I'm not saying you should drive when you're suspended, but I understand the reality. Some people feel that they have to. This building has already spent more resources on you and your little rinky-dink fail to display a valid license ticket than some of the major cases we have. And here we are. You still haven't done what we told you to do. And I gave you a break when I only charged you $400. So we must have had a conversation at sentencing that made me feel for you, because almost always this is a $500 fines and cost charge. I'll be honest, when I read this piece of paper today, I'm like, well, he's going to do his work program in jail today. Because we provide transportation for that. And then I can close the damn file, at least that end of it. You got any criminal history? Felonies? So not the kind of stuff that's costing you jobs? How old are you? 29. I am so tired of dealing with these young guys that just, oh. Man, you should be 4 or 5 years into a career by now.
I have a few years in the roofing, but I had a roofing injury. November 2024. And that kind of spooked me to be honest.
Oh, I don't, dude, I've done a lot of roofing. I can give you all kinds of reasons why I wouldn't pick that as a career. But you gotta get something, man. What's your daughter's name? Ava. Man, I got a daughter. I know you got all kinds of dreams what you want to do for that little girl. I know you do. Are you on track to make it happen? How? Dude, I just went through your last 3 jobs. The last one lasted less than 5 months. The longest one. Your plan ain't working, brother. And I'm not trying to beat you up. I'm trying to wake you up. Your plan ain't working. Is what's stopping you from the nursing program is transportation?
Still has to still.
And that's all a money thing. Counsel, you familiar with any of those clean start programs?
On the 36th district court, we actually talked about that a little bit. It sounds like he's got a little bit out of 36th district, but
Any little bit helps.
he's got some in Westland. I don't believe that's part of the program. So, yeah, he's got some that he can get some help with, it looks like, Judge, but I haven't seen his record. But
How much do you pay us today? $180? So that leaves a balance of $472. Mr. Varga, believe it or not, I'm up here racking my brain trying to figure out a way, some way I can help. Man, I just hate to see where you're at. When are you coming back again, counsel?
I believe the 12th, no, February.
February 12th? Go to the Secretary of State, ask them to give you a printout of all the stuff you got to clean up to get your license back. Bring that back on the 12th. Because if I'm hearing you correctly, that's the major thing right now that's holding you back from moving forward. Am I right or am I wrong? All right. So maybe you bring that information, because right now we don't have enough information. Maybe if you bring that information back, the 3 of us can come up with some kind of plan. Because, I mean, I'll call Westland. I mean, I know the judges in Westland. I'll call the judges in Westland and try to get them to work with you if we can come up with some kind of a plan. I'm not saying they'll listen to me, but I'm saying I'll try. Man, I want to help you make all Ava's dreams come true. And you can't do that 3 months here.
The courtroom grew tense as the judge lost patience with the defendant's repeated excuses. Instead of hearing accountability, the court saw broken promises and a lack of progress. Every attempt to justify the situation only made the judge more skeptical. With a firm and commanding tone, the judge reminded everyone that second chances come with responsibility, not excuses. It became clear that the court expected real change, and failure to follow the rules would lead to much harsher consequences in the future.